Welcome back to entertainment right here on Morning Rush. It is a very sunny, we have said before that the sun is creeping up on us today, but you know, it's a beautiful day. Just to let you know, we have Tinopona Katsande in the studio this morning. She's a presenter, TV personality, radio personality. You are a mix, I like to call it a mixed bag of Haribos, because I love Haribos.
Yay.
So they're always busy. So your life is a bit busy with the TV. How has that been for you?
At the moment, actually, my life is not very busy.
Yeah, at the moment, like before, your life before.
Yeah, my career has been, I wear many hats. Yes, I have been wearing many hats. And it's been quite a ride, but I think more now with maturity and growing within the career, it's focusing, I think, a lot on what I really feel that the reason why I have this gift for the acting or broadcasting, and that is to be a voice and to be a platform and to use my platforms. And I always say to people that for some reason, I don't know why Shamuyamwari always gets me. You know, something comes up, and so a lot of the times I use experiences from my life to enlighten, to educate, to inspire, because I think we live in an environment where kuonesana.
Yeah.
I think it's so important, it's crucial to kuonesana, and if we don't share and talk about it, especially issues to do with the female reproductive system, to do with female health, sexual reproductive system, the health, culture doesn't really, we're still very much, it's such a taboo, but as a result, we as women are suffering terribly.
Yeah, and I do understand, like, talking about the reproductive system and stuff. I understand, I saw a post on Facebook the other day where you had said that, you know, you usually cut your hair and stuff, but then now you really have to. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that journey, why you have to be doing this?
I actually already have a condition, a gynecological condition called endometriosis.
Okay.
A lot of people calling it JECO, but that's a misunderstood, misinterpreted understanding of it. So already I know a lot of, and I've experienced a lot of the reproductive system.
Yeah.
Then early last year, I was diagnosed with cervical cancer, stage 1. And I'm so very grateful that we're able to catch it early, as they say. Yeah. But a lot of work needs to be done so that the opportunity I had to find out in time that I had cervical cancer, everybody needs to not just use it as an opportunity, but actually be your own advocate, I always say. You know, we always hear this, you know, like I can ask you now, so Marissa, when last did you go for your pap smear?
About 4 months ago.
Well done. How often do you do it?
Twice a year.
Well done. Not all of us can say that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. Until this diagnosis came through, I wasn't. Because of the endometriosis and the discomfort of always having to have someone go down there all the time.
Exactly.
I can understand as a woman, just the thought of, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to open my legs and I have to, you know, then get checked out. It's a bit of a strain, but by His grace, and I will say this again, and like I said, I use my platforms to help to
raise awareness,
and advocacy work.
Okay, and tell us a little bit more about the telltale signs. You know, you say, well, we need to get checked and stuff, but why did you go and get tested? Did something come up, or it was just a regular visit?
I was just about to say it was not a regular visit. That's not me. That's not you.
Yeah.
Well, it's me now.
Yeah.
But that wasn't me before.
Yeah.
Do you know what? And I'm going to be very brutal, but this is morning. It's breakfast. Holla. I was having an awful, discomforting, I'll use the word just smelly discharge.
Right.
And my mind went haywire. It was going on for about weeks. And you know, as a woman, all of us will probably have, every now and then you'll have a yeast infection and you'll feel a bit discomfort, but it went on and on and on. And I'm thinking, okay, is it because I've changed my plan, my pain management plan for endometriosis?
Yeah.
Is it because I'm taking herbs now? Is it I didn't understand? Or is it because maybe my partner is cheating on me? Oh my gosh, I have an STI.
Yeah.
So many things began to think. But it was a really, it was a horrible, you know, offset coming from my body. And so I decided to go and get checked out. Okay. Initially thinking that it's either a reaction from the endometriosis medication or maybe, oh, God forbid, somehow how did I get this STI?
Yeah.
And results came out, no, it's not an STI and no, it's not endometriosis. You know what? Why don't we check for?
Yeah.
And I said, cancer, me, please.
Not me.
Me, how?
Yeah.
And then that's how we found out. Right. So really it was because I was not feeling well. I was not feeling fresh. I was not feeling as a woman should be feeling all the
confident
time.
about everything.
Yeah.
So when you got this news, how did that happen with your family? I know you're a mom and things. What was your support system like?
They had no idea. I kept it to myself for almost 2 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, even my partner didn't know.
Wow.
Because I had to deal with it. This is how
You were dealing with
personally,
yourself.
Everybody is entitled to do how they do. For me, I needed time to first deal with it myself. Because for me, immediately, the moment I remember getting the diagnosis, and the first thing I thought that came to me, I saw my box, my coffin, my Methodist church, that's the first thing. And then the next thing that hit me was, oh my goodness, my kids, I need to make a plan.
Okay.
What's going to happen with Alex and Nyambuko? What's going to happen with my partner? So when you get a life-defining diagnosis or encounter or decision like that, things begin to kick in. Then I'm very much into research. Maybe because of the advocacy work, I do other things. So I began to do my research on Google. But be careful of Google.
Yeah, Dr. Google. We did speak about that earlier.
Be
when we had
careful
our
of
first
Dr.
guest, like,
Google.
be careful of Dr. Google.
Yeah.
And obviously, what are you advocating? Like the research that you were doing, and you're targeting some. We did speak about your career as a TV presenter and that, but you're flipping that now. You've started a campaign. Donator, I think it's Donator Pad.
This is a drive. We are in January. We're smack dead in the middle of Cervical Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes,
absolutely. So our drive that we're doing is my friends. I think you met her early on, Susan.
Yes.
Yes, we have a team of. We're coming together. Once you get a diagnosis, right now I'm going through treatment.
Okay.
And it's hard.
I can imagine that.
It's very exhausting. You've got the children, you've got a career, and with a person like me, you then have to deal with a lot of people. It's very difficult. I am starting now the chemoradiotherapy. I'm very nervous.
How are you? Yeah, that's what's going to be my question.
Yes, I've done so much research, but still, and I have my fears.
Yes.
But that's how I met Susan and them.
Okay.
Through the support system of people. She's a survivor. They're survivors. They've been through it. You know, they can stand here and say, "Been there, done that."
Yeah.
And I'm
you
pushing
need
forward.
that at the season of your life.
Absolutely. So, I'm starting the treatment. As research said that in some people the hair does fall off.
Yeah.
Yes,
And you did say you were gonna.
Usually I've often shaved my hair prior, especially when we get 2 months. But that's either in solidarity for a friend who had either been diagnosed or lost their life to cancer. Never before did I ever imagine that it
would happen to you.
I would be forced
to do it.
to shave my hair. So mentally, emotionally, while everything else is going on physically, that's the thing with the diagnosis of any cancer, actually, of any diagnosis that is termed, terminal. You've got to manage, be very, very careful, and manage your mental health. Guard your mental health with all you have. Because honestly and truly, and I've experienced it already so far, if you are not okay 100% yourself, in your mind, body, and spirit, cancer picks up on that so quick like this and feeds on it, and it begins to. It's like we say, like a joke. A lot of people say to me, "Akuroiwa," and I understand now where that comes from. Whether it is kuroiwa, because I'm not sure to get a happy day. Shame for them, wasting their time.
But your body actually just reacts to how you are
because
feeling
the body
and what
will
you're speaking
release
about yourself.
certain pheromones. Your body, things will be released to protect you. The moment you stress, your body kicks in an element of urukufungisisa, so let's put this to keep you calm, and that's what feeds the cancer. So when they say to you, don't stress, stress kills, it's not a joke. It actually does. So you've got to take control, and it's hard, but get your support system. You have to find it. And if you don't have it within your circle, then reach out to my platforms. There's social media, there are groups
the
out there.
platforms, I mean, places to
You've
go.
got to be your own advocate. You cannot rely on others to give you strength.
Yeah.
Strength
You have to strengthen yourself.
It is a default setting. It comes from within. So people, you've got to get to a point when you are pushed. We read these sayings and cliches that say you don't know how strong you are until you get it. It is so true.
Yeah.
But no one comes and gives you strength and says, oh, here's strength.
There you go.
It's
you can't borrow strength
and
from
let's keep
anybody.
moving. Activate and let's keep going. Just keep moving forward.
And that's your stance. I'm just bringing you back again to this donate.
The data pad drive.
Yes.
Yes, we are. We are wanting to put together throughout this month so that we donate in February. We have identified Mtoko Mrewa district hospitals.
Okay.
Hello, Mtoko. Yes, my home area, and of course my partners as well, the home areas. As we always say, charity begins at home. So we're always taking it home.
That's very good.
Yes, so we are doing a pad drive. This is to leave at the hospitals because if there's one thing, and anybody knows who has a condition, whether it's cancer, whether endometriosis, whether it's bleeding, whether it's fistula, whatever it is around the female, the bleeding. It's not just a physical thing, it is a financial cost as well. It is so, you feel like it's so expensive to be woman. I didn't choose to be woman. I didn't choose to have this condition, but I've got to deal with it.
Yes.
And somewhere along the line, I need help. You need help, the next person. Even if you are in Bingaris and you can buy whatever you want, you really would rather, can you imagine the amount of money you're spending on sanitary wear? I would rather use that money and buy myself some label designer bag. You know what I mean?
And some shoes with it. Why don't you?
But we have no choice because this is what has been dished to us, so we've got to deal with it. So we are doing a pad drive. We have drop-off centers on our social media platforms. We are really pushing that. We're trying to work with salons to leave. Once you see it's a blue poster that you'll see with our faces on it, yes. And it just says a pad drive.
Pad drive.
Yes.
So you have this on Facebook, on your
on
Facebook
all platforms,
page?
on all of my Facebook pages, Instagram, the Twitters.
So we'll find it on Tino Katsande.
Tinopona Katsande.
Tinopona Tintin
Tinopona Katsande.
And where else? Obviously, just that, or with Susan's page as well, or it's just.
And Susan's page, but if you go to mine, then you get the links to
everybody else.
Yes,
perfect.
Everywhere else. Or if you want to just pass by my house in Avondale, you can come drop off the pads in my house. My helper Fuzzy is waiting. She's like, Mama, I'm sitting at the gate. I don't go open. I'm go pick her, Mama.
That's very good.
Yes,
that's such a good initiative. And obviously, look, asking people to bring in these pads is one way of pushing the drive. Is there any support from companies or whichever? Have you approached people to help in this matter?
Do you know what? I'm in advocacy work. Approaching is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, and you write out letters, and you may get a response, not a response. But firstly, it is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month.
People should really just
we
be
really
doing that.
just should be doing this. We shouldn't be trying to convince the next person or convince a company. We really should be doing this. And actually part of the initiative we're doing now with the team, Susan, is that we are actually going to, and I'm starting, of course, with media houses. Shout out to Zim Papers, man.
Absolutely
Starting there first. Shout out to Zim Papers. Very, very progressive. I'm going to come through and we are going to come through Tichuonisana and do a talk where I will speak my personal journey and we will talk, because even as media people, it's all fair and fine to write and say Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, but if you don't have a real history and a real touch, you won't know exactly where to plug in to get it done.
Absolutely.
For example, now, you've got to go and get tested. Between 35 and 50, you've got to go and get tested. Council clinics, what do we have free testing and screening as we speak right now? My government hospitals are doing their best. Yes, we can sit here and say things are like this and that, and it is true, those really poor, but they are doing what they can. But $5 from a government hospital. There are many private centers that you can go to. That's your money. The thing is, do something. Get up and do something. Go and get tested. Go and get screened. It will save your life. It's saving mine.
Absolutely right. And there we have it. That was Tino Katsande. She has spoken so much. Please, let's get tested in this Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. Tino, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yay.
And thank you to you viewers for always watching and supporting us right here on Morning Rush. We will see you again tomorrow, bright and early.